Hello everybody and welcome to, I think it's episode 5 now of the live lessons. Is that right? Yeah, episode 5. As you may notice, I have a brand new chair. Very cool. It's not the biggest thing to happen in the UK this weekend though. The biggest thing is a music festival. Music festival called a Glastonbury Festival. Now, Glastonbury Festival is probably, I don't know if it's the biggest festival in the world, but it's definitely the biggest festival in the UK and probably in Europe as well. Some of you may have heard of Glastonbury Festival before. Just whilst I'm talking, if you want to, you can do free associations into the chat. Free associations for house. I'll say family. I will say dining room, and I'll say garden. So just while I'm talking. So yes, as I've mentioned, Glastonbury Festival. When Glastonbury Festival is happening, there are about 250,000 people at that music festival. Just to put that in perspective, that is 100,000 more people that compared to that live on the island that I'm from. Also, even if you live in a city of 1 million people, it's a quarter of the people at a music festival. It's a massive part of British culture. My best advice, if you feel like you will need small talk in the future, maybe you meet a British person when you're in London or when you're in your job, learn about music festivals. There's a high chance that they've been to a music festival because it's such a big part of our culture. Okay, what we're going to do as today, we're going to do something that's kind of a recap of the things that we've looked at over the last couple of weeks. If you want to, you can put a free associations for winter. I'm going to go snow, I'm going to go ice, and I'm going to go freezing. What is freezing? Freezing is really, really cold. English people love talking about the weather and we say, oh, it's absolutely freezing all winter. And then when summer comes, we say it's absolutely boiling and we can't make up our minds. That's another thing. If you want to speak to an English person, you can speak about music festivals and you can speak about the weather. They're both topics that we absolutely love talking about. Okay, let's go straight in. So today, like I said, we're going to recap on some things that we've done over the last couple of weeks. We're going to learn about a man called Laughing Larry. What is laughing? Ha 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 ha. I'm sure you all knew. And thank you very much for my acting skills. Let's learn about Laughing Larry. Okay, so I'm going to read about Laughing Larry. You can read along with me. One thing that I did forget to say, if you have a notepad and a pen, that will be very useful in this lesson. And also be ready to take any screenshots. I'm going to put structures, time phrases and other things on the screen which will be really useful for you. And I know it's difficult to organize screenshots on your computer. Just try and get a folder. Even if you need to name it English with Cooke live elementary lessons, do that and put all your screenshots in there. Make sure you organize them by date as well. Okay, I'm going to read the story about Laughing Larry. Let's find out. This is Laughing Larry, a man who loves to laugh very loudly. Larry's laughter is so loud that it can be heard from 10 miles away. That's quite a big laugh. When he watches a funny movie, Larry laughs a lot, and everyone around him starts laughing too. At parties, Larry's laughter fills the room and makes everyone happy. Last week, Larry went to the zoo and laughed when he saw a monkey trying to juggle coconuts. What is juggling? Sadly, I don't have any coconuts with me at the moment, but juggling is when you have, usually it's with 2 or 3 balls, and you throw it in the air like this and catch them. They do it in the circus. Entertainers down in Brighton do it a lot. If you've ever been to Brighton, you'll see people doing it on the streets, on the beach. So yeah, this is juggling with 3 balls like that. So he laughed when he saw a monkey trying to juggle coconuts. Everyone joined in and had a great time. Once in the park, Larry slipped on a banana peel. But instead of getting upset, he laughed and made everyone laugh too. You can see here, this person is slipping on a banana peel, or a banana skin, we can say. Classic scenario from a cartoon, the main character slips and falls over on a banana. Okay, so why did I read you this story about laughing Larry? Let's take a look. There are bits of grammar here that are underlined. We have who loves. So we have subject plus V1S. We also have he watches. We have Larry laughs. Everyone around him starts. Larry's laughter fills the room and makes everyone happy. Which tense is that? If you know, you can write in the chat. This is the best way that we can speak to each other, is if you communicate in the chat. So sadly, obviously, I can't have a conversation with you, but use the chat if you want to say anything, if you want to ask any questions, or if you want to write the answers. Yeah, which tense is that? Subject plus V1S? What is that? Then in the next part of the story, we go to last week. Larry went. Larry laughed. He saw. Larry slipped. He laughed and made everyone laugh too. So that's subject plus V2. What is that? If you know what subject plus V1S is, or if you know what subject plus V2 is, pop it on the chat and I will tell you. So why are we highlighting these? This is actually a recap of something that we've looked over the last 2 weeks. So we've looked at present simple and past simple. And now we're going to look at them together on the same exercise. So you can see how we're building and building and building these tenses up. This is an important time to take a screenshot or a photo. Earlier I was talking about having a folder where you can put all screenshots and photos. Take a screenshot or a photo of this. We have the present simple structures. Positive, subject V1, V1S. Negative, subject doesn't plus V1. Question, do, does plus subject plus V1. And we have the past simple structures. Some of you may know this already. I'm just talking over the top so it gives you a chance to take a screenshot or a photo. Past simple positive, subject plus V2. Negative, subject plus didn't plus V1. And question, did plus subject plus V1. Those are the structures. If you don't have the opportunity to take a screenshot, just message me on Instagram and I can send you the files after the lesson. It's not a problem. The uses. Let's do a quick recap on the uses. Present simple, we use it to talk about routines. I wake up at 8 a.m. every day. A bit true, not completely true. Repeated actions. I watch football every Saturday. That is pretty much true in the winter. Schedules. The bus comes at 10 a.m. We use present simple to talk about schedules even if it's in the future. So remember that. Facts and truths. Cows eat grass. It's true. I've seen them doing it for sure. And things that are permanent. I live in London. So yes, those are the present simple uses. Past simple uses, you'll remember from last week. We did this last week. That's past simple. Past repeated actions and events. I went to the shop yesterday. And then we can also use it to connect multiple events together. Last night I watched a movie, I had dinner, and then I went to bed. Okay, I think that's enough time for people to take a screenshot. Let's go on. Now we have the time phrases. The time phrases are very useful. If you see these, you know that we're using that tense. So we have present simple time phrases. Every day, every week, every month, repeated actions, on weekends, on weekdays, in the morning. We also have usually, always, sometimes, often, rarely, and never. And the past simple time phrases. Yesterday, last night, last week, last month. A week ago, a month ago. In 2010, in 1988. A very important year for me, because I was born then. So yeah, just take a screenshot of these if you need to. This will help you. Okay, so we've looked at the structures, uses, and the time phrases, the three important things, and we've seen it in context. We learned about laughing Larry. let's do an exercise. So you can write this in your notebook. You can write it in the chat if you want. If you can't concentrate with my beautiful voice talking over the top, feel free to mute it just while you're doing the exercise. This exercise is present simple and past simple. Number 1, my sister always beautifully. And please, if you do know the answers, feel free to write them in the chat. It's looking pretty lonely in the chat. It looks like I'm just talking to myself. So please, I want to have a conversation with my students. I'm trying to build this community, and don't leave me alone in the chat, please. Okay, number 2, she performed at the concert last night. Number 3, we usually breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4, yesterday, Tom, soccer. Someone asked me to speak slowly. Yes, of course. Yesterday, Tom, soccer with his friends in the park. Sarah and Emma, their grandparents every summer. The cat, often, on the chair all afternoon. And last week, a new book from the bookstore. Okay, so if you think you know any answers, please write them in the chat. And I'm going to take a look at the answers in a second. All right, let's go over and let's take a look. Okay, so we have our answers. My sister always sings beautifully. If you did get some of them right, let me know in the chat how many you got right. Maybe you got 4, maybe you got all of them. Great if you did. She performed at the concert last night. It's last night, so we need to use V2 of perform. It's performed. Perform, a performance, is when you play at the concert, when you sing at the concert. We can also give a performance in the theatre as well. So it's possible to give a performance in the theatre. We usually have breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning. Why is it present simple? Because of the word usually. It's one of those time phrases. Yesterday, Tom played soccer with his friends in the park. Yesterday, so we know it's V2. Sarah and Emma visit their grandparents every summer. The cat often sleeps on the chair all afternoon. Why do we use present simple? Because of the word often. And then last week, I bought a new book from the bookstore. It's last week, so we need V2 of buy, and it's book. And it's bought, not book, it's bought, trust me. I'm a teacher. So yeah, just let me know what your score was in the comments. Maybe you got all of them correctly. Even if you didn't, that's completely fine. Every mistake is a learning opportunity, and we can use that to learn. So remember, mistakes are not a problem. If someone tells you that it's bad to make mistakes, ignore them. It's not true. Mistakes are a learning opportunity. Okay, so that was a quick recap on present simple and past simple, everything that we've done in the last couple of weeks. Like I said, if you didn't manage to get the screenshots, just send me a message and I'll send them to you, not a problem. It's quiz time! Yes, so last time we did a quiz, a lot of people liked it. And they said it was really good. And someone's just let me know that they've got 4 correct answers. Neighbour, that's really, really cool. Not bad. So yeah, if you want, I can send you a screenshot after and you can work on the 3 that you got wrong. So it's quiz time. I'm going to ask a question. Now, there's about a 10-second delay on YouTube, so I will ask it slowly and then I will probably type it into the chat as well. So, today's quiz is about rooms in the house. I wanted to make sure that everybody knows the names of the rooms in the house. So this quiz is going to help us, and so is Homer Simpson. Okay, question number 1. What room do people usually cook in? What room do people usually cook in? Is it A, the bedroom, B, kitchen, C, bathroom, or D, living room? One more time. Which room do people usually cook in? A, bedroom, that would be a bit strange. B, kitchen. C, bathroom. And D, living room. Okay, neighbours put a correct answer in. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. R-E-W, Rue, maybe? Yes, good stuff. You guys are correct. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. Where do people usually sleep at night? Is it A, the garden? Bit strange, maybe the dog. B, basement. C, attic. Or D, bedroom. In which room do people usually sleep in at night? A, the garden. B, basement. C, attic. Or D, bedroom. Okay, and hello Kanako, great to see you again. Yes, question 1 was B. Okay, Ed Gapco said bedroom, neighbour said bedroom. Rue said bedroom. Okay, nice, we're doing good. I'm glad none of you thought that people sleep in the garden, so that's good. Let's go to number 3. In which room do people usually watch television? Is it A, the garage, B, the study room, C, the dining room, or D, the living room? One more time. In which room do people usually watch television? Is it A, the garage, B, the study room, C, the dining room, or D, the living room? This is a slightly difficult one. Yes, neighbour. So some people may watch TV in the garage or the study room, even though it might not be classed as studying. But yes. Okay, a couple of people coming in. Yes, the living room, it is correct. Good stuff, Kanako, Rue, neighbour. Okay, number 4. Where do people usually take a shower? A, the kitchen. B, the laundry room. C, the bathroom. Or D, the bedroom. One more time. Where do people usually take a shower? Is it A, the kitchen, B, the laundry room, C, the bathroom, or D, the bedroom? Where do you usually take a shower? I sometimes take a shower at the swimming pool. When I go swimming, afterwards I like to take a shower, and it's good even though it's extremely hot. Every time it's hot. Rue's come in with an answer. Neighbours come in with an answer. And I'm hoping that I'm saying everyone's names right, by the way. If I'm saying it wrong, you can message me on Instagram and just record yourself saying it, and then I'll know for next time. Not a problem. Okay, I'm glad most people got that one right. We've got one more question. Which room do people usually use for eating meals? Is it A, the balcony, B, the office, C, the bathroom, or D, the dining room? One more time. Which room do people usually use for eating meals? Is it A, the balcony, B, the office, C, the bathroom, or D, the dining room? Okay. Where do you usually eat your meals? Sometimes we can eat it in the garden if we're having a barbecue. Sometimes if we're too busy, we don't eat meals, which is probably not very good, and I don't think my mum would agree. Which room do people usually use for eating meals? A, balcony, B, office, C, bathroom, D, dining room. Okay, neighbour's got an answer, Rue's got an answer. Yes, it's correct. It's the dining room. Of course it's the dining room. I'm glad that no one put the bathroom. Okay, Rue said that they often eat food in the office. Okay, nice. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to separate the two things, but it's not always easy. All right, that was just a quiz. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew the rooms of the house, and it's important. That's the best way to do it with a quiz, and it's kind of fun. I think most people got 5 out of 5, so really, really good scores. Great stuff. Okay, goodbye, Homer, and it's the last part of the lesson, as we know, word of the day. Today's word of the day is enormous. It's an adjective. And here's an example. The Pacific Ocean is enormous. So today's word of the day is enormous. It's an adjective. Enormous. The Pacific Ocean is enormous. Like that. So enormous means really, 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 really big. Let's take a look. I want you to tell me in the chat which creature is enormous. Which creature is enormous? Is it A or is it B? I was going to write which animal, but then I thought somebody might say, actually a dinosaur is not an animal, or maybe, no, a mouse is an animal. So yeah, which creature is enormous? Is it A or B? Is the Diplodocus enormous, the dinosaur? Or is the cute little mouse? Edgar Poe's come in with A. So Kanako comes in with A. Kanako thinks, oh, it's a Brontosaurus, is it? Okay, yes, Rue said A. Thank you for your expert knowledge on dinosaurs, neighbour. I wasn't sure whether it's a Diplodocus or a Brontosaurus. It's been a long time since I've seen Jurassic Park. Yes, you're correct. It is A. Okay, so like usual, it was like a 20-minute lesson. Thank you very much for coming, as always. This is slowly growing. Last week we had like 3 people watching. Today we've had about 8, 9 or 10. So it is building and it's getting better. And I think the lessons are getting better as well. So thank you very much. I really appreciate you coming. If you have any questions, just write them in the chat. Neighbour, I can't answer any dinosaur questions, I'm afraid, but maybe I need to ask you some, get some knowledge. If anyone has any questions, I'll do a quick recap. We had the warm-up, free associations, and I spoke about Glastonbury Festival. Then we did a recap on present simple and past simple, which we studied over the last 2 weeks. If you didn't get a screenshot, just let me know and I can send you the files. Just message me on Instagram or on YouTube. And no worries, Edgar Poe. Thanks, neighbour. That's very nice. Yes, I think it's important for a teacher to be patient. And finally, our word of the day was enormous. Write enormous in your vocabulary book, then write down 3 associations and then write it into 3 sentences. It will help you. Okay. Okay, Rue, you have a question about pronunciation? Often. We can say both. We can say often or often. I think that I often say often, but I sometimes say often. You can say both, they're okay. I have friends who say often, I have friends who say often. So yeah, they're both okay. Good question though, that does come up a lot. A lot of people ask that. So often or often, they're both okay. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. So yes, remember, same time next week. Thank you very much for coming. It's great to have more and more people every week. If you want to watch it again, you'll be able to watch it tomorrow on my YouTube channel. And thank you very much for the support. All right, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.